Let's start with this one, I think.
Hello. This is going to be crap, basically.
Well, of course it's going to be crap, because you're saying it. So, of course it's going to be crap. Like, do you want to hear my reaction to this? I don't give a fuck what your problems are. Like, you and your lot are fucking dickheads. Wouldn't trust you to do my fucking shopping. You know, to pick up... I wouldn't trust you to pick up my tobacco from the fucking corner shop. Fucking stealing the change and fucking getting the wrong one and getting the cheap one and stealing the change. Just fuck off, you know.
Creator, and I'm not organised. I don't plan things. I ain't got a list, and me head's fucked.
Because things are falling apart in Bin Bin's world, apparently. Bin Bin's world. And obviously, things have already fallen apart, way apart in Bin Bin's world. Like, they've fallen so far apart, you can't decide what they are. There's pieces all over the floor. It's like a fucking game of Kaplunk. Like, things have fallen apart. It's like a buckaroo. Like, of course, like, things were falling apart before they even started. You don't think she looks like this picture, do you? Like, they're just a bunch of no-mark dossers who just talk a load of shit. It just really, for me, you know, yeah. So when they start infighting and backbiting, I don't really care, because, like, of course they're gonna. And I've got no sympathy for them, because, like, if you went on Bin Bin's channel, heard her talking, and thought, oh, this is a good place, I'll hang around with these people. These people are trustworthy and have got my back. Then you're a fucking idiot, aren't you? And, like, you deserve everything you get, because you're one of those people. So there you go.
Yes. But I've got to...
Big up, Seb.
I've just got to have a voice on stuff, because it's gone.
I'll tell you something, I'm not saying I told you so. That's not a case of I told you so. It's a case of, like, you can all not be friends with Bin Bin now. Doesn't mean you can come on our channel and become a mod. Like, fuck off. I'm not saying they want to, but you know what I mean? And I'll tell you what they should have a good think about. A lot of these people who are going to be like, oh, Bin Bin's not my friend anymore, or whatever, they're going to be sort of people who have been causing trouble for other people, who have been part of the pile-on that Bin Bin's been sending round. They've been part of the stink themselves, and they should think very carefully about doing a lot of apologising to a lot of people before they start fucking laying onto Bin Bin. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, and I know it's a case of, well, you know, you're not very kind if you're not going to show them compassion, because, like, you know, you should turn the other cheek here and, like, show them the compassion and kindness. Not this lot. If you didn't realise Bin Bin was a wrong 'un and that you yourself was a wrong 'un, have a good think. Maybe think about the people you've hurt over the years and whether you owe any apologies. Because if she was wrong about this stuff, and if Bin Bin was lying to you and behind your back about this stuff, maybe she's been wrong about everything and behind your back about all sorts. And there's a whole load of them in these comments, right? I'm not going to pick out anyone in particular. Their names are not being shown on the screen here, but I do kind of want to pick out a couple in particular, because they're part of the same crew who have done these same things. Said all the nasty shit. Thrown their fucking egg around. I am looking at you, Cassius, to be honest. You know, that's a name that stands out to me. And I remember from my own personal experience of going into Bin Bin's chat and saying, you're saying lies about me. You are saying, like, this, it's not about me here, right? But I know my own personal experience, so I can talk of that. I went in their chat, they're saying lies about me. So I went in their chat, say, hi, you're saying lies about me, have me on the panel and I'll defend myself. And they said, no, I can't have that. Can't have that. In fact, we'll block you and carry on saying lies. So they all know. They all know. They've all been part of that. It happened to me, it happened to other people. You should think carefully about, it's not that I want an apology, it's that I think they've hurt lots of people and done this to lots of people, and now it's coming back on them. Well, you can't just bandwagon against BAM and say we're all on this other team now against BAM, so we're fine. You're the fuckers. You are the bandwagon. You know what I mean? Like, you all deserve what's coming.
Way beyond bad. Recently. Now, I know people have been wanting to know what's gone off. My channel's only small, but they might have seen that I've put some channel posts up, and I think...
I haven't, no. I'll tell you something else as well. People keep calling community posts CPs, and this is this little crime group, not just this group, you know, the Kramer group. the whole Alan Vinnicum thing and all this, they've got their own fucking lingo, and they don't understand the rest of YouTube. There is a community on YouTube called the Truther Community. They're going to be having a meetup at Christmas because they believe in flat Earth. That's the Truther Community, right? Then, and they believe in like telling the universal truths. You know, they're the conspiracy people. They're the Truther Community. And CP is not community post. It's child porn.
And they're kind of left hanging. And some people, few people that I know have even reached out and asked me, is everything all right?
Tell us what's happening. It's a minute in. It's doing my nuts. I'm speeding her up.
You? Oh, shit. I'm trying not to get emotional. But I'm fine. What a load of bollocks. Just what a load of bollocks. I'm absolutely fucking drained with everything.
That's how you should feel at the end of any of Bam's Bin Bin's live streams. At the end of any of Bin Bin's live streams, you would feel drained because, like, what the fuck?
Good people, lovely people that I've liked for years.
You got to question this. Are you good, lovely people? Because you've been part of a group of fucking shitbags on the internet.
I've been hurt, and it's not fair, and I can't not say anything.
What annoys the piss out of me, right, is that you can say within yourself, Bin Bin stitched you up and gone against you, and you're the lovely people and she's the bad one. But to everyone else outside of this, you're all the team Bin Bin. And we're not team Bin Bin, I'm my own person. And we're like, no, you're all team Bin Bin, and you've all been part of giving people horrible, horrible loads of shit over the last few years. Horrible, horrible loads of shit. All of you. You can't step aside and say, oh no, she's turned on me, so I need sympathy. Like,
I'm trying to tell people they aren't saying things, and that's looking hard as well. Well, you'll know I've left Bam's channel. You'll know.
It's not a fucking community centre where you've got a, like, you know, it's not David Lloyd Gym. You haven't got a fucking subscription. Like, you've left the channel. You mean she's not broadcasting now and you're not watching it now? That's what you mean. Left her channel. I'm officially friendship with Bin Bin over. Official. My new friend is friendship with over new best friend meme. Thank you very much. Let's have a picture of that. The new best friend meme. Friendship ended with Bin Bin. Now, whoever is my new best friend. Yeah, that's what she's saying then, yeah. Oh wait, I've got so many fucking windows. More windows than Buckingham Palace, mate. Alan, you'd love it. I can play anything without buffering.
I'm actually struggling with this at the moment.
Right, that's a different one. That's a different one. This one. Okay, this one. Friendship ended with Bin Bin.
My main reason is basically because she's lied to me. I can tell you what's happened to me. I don't want to tell you you're all going to shit with everyone else that's not there anymore. I've always defended her best I can.
Listen, she's lied because she's a liar. She lies all the time. Everyone's been telling you she's been lying the whole fucking time. The first time you heard anything about Superchuff, right? I can only listen. I feel like I'm being too arrogant here and talking about myself all the time. But the only thing I can relate this to is my own experience. And the first time I heard her talk about me, she was just spewing a load of lies. So I told you, she's lying. I can prove it. Well, I don't need to prove it. I mean, I don't need to prove something that didn't happen. But she's lying. I'll defend myself. And you wouldn't have it. No. Like, you're just fucking, you're in the same fucking shoes here, Sheila.
Always defended her for years. And
well done for learning that someone's a liar years and years down the line. Like, fuck you.
I can't sit there, be happy, and fight for battles that she's fucking lied about. And it's fucking awful because I never ever thought she had lied to me. And that's why I've been there. I always thought she was passionate, brilliant, stands up for her subs, amazing. But it's all crap. Things I've learned, and there's evidence of it. It's not just people saying it. There is actually evidence that she hasn't got a sub in there that I genuinely think she does like.
No, of course. There's nobody in there she likes, you fucking idiots. She sees you all as fucking idiots that listen to her bollocks and are easily manipulatable. Like, she sees Cassius as a suck-up little toady. Like, she gives you all the fucking, bit of lip you want, gives you what you want to hear, but she don't fucking like people. She's a fucking narcissistic nutter who's off her own head on coke, listening to herself rant about bollocks. It's the equivalent. I've told you so many times. It's the equivalent of. I just want to. I mean, I'm not taking the piss out of people who use drugs, and I do feel bad for them, and it's a situation. But I just want to see some, like, you know, angry tweakers. Let's just see some angry tweakers. Angry tweakers and insane people like this. Wait. This is it. This is what I see when I see Bin Bin.
On June 30th, 2022, authorities were alerted.
This is what I see when I see Bin Bin, okay?
No. She went on to clarify that the car's air conditioning was running at its high.
Absolutely, but I won't be able to drive.
Why can't you?
I mean, I can if I need to, but...
Well, I got here that you're in the driver's seat, car's running. You know, so...
Before commencing the field...
Like, you know, these tweakers that you see in America?
Yeah, that's the way you're acting.
And like, you know that they're just fucking gone in the head on drugs, don't you? Like, they're all doing the fucking tweaking and all that. Like, this is like, and it's the equivalent of going up to one of these, like having, like, anyone could just talk on YouTube, yeah? This is it. This is exactly it.
Hey, shut the up. What's wrong with you?
Like, someone's doing that out on the street by your house, yeah, and you've got to go and say to them, fuck off and shut up. I've got kids in there trying to sleep. Do you know what I mean? And like, that's the way I perceive Bin Bin, and I always have from the minute I first heard her talking. And I keep telling you people, you know, I keep telling everyone, it's the equivalent of like listening to this person when you're doing your shopping, you know, like I feel bad for them, but they're in the middle of like one of their episodes off the tweaking off the drugs. Off the doing the drugs, so I ain't gonna fucking help them, am I? Like, in the street, like, they're coming at me being weird.
Hey, dude, guess what? Dude, seriously. Yeah. Calm down.
I could call them an ambulance, but that's about the closest I'm gonna get, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what these people are. That's what Bin Bin is.
You're making all this goddamn noise in our community. I know you need help, I know you're homeless, but at the same time, chill out. You need Jesus. Alright?
Leave me alone.
God bless you. You need Jesus.
Just leave me alone.
You see what I'm saying? And it's the equivalent of giving a fuck. This is the thing I like. Bin Bin attacked me. I said, all right, I'll come on your thing and I'll defend myself. After I'd like listened to a talk for 20 minutes, I was like, I don't need to come on and defend myself. In fact, I can just leave this well alone. Like, it's the equivalent of giving a fuck what this person's saying about you. Like, and saying, like, I know that today there are a lot of people who are like, oh, big up Dover and Dolly's mom. I don't know where that was from. This is random in America. Like, this is just random off YouTube. But it's the equivalent of getting, like, you know, all eggy about what this person's doing on their YouTube. So I bear that, what I've said now, with a pinch of salt tonight, because, like, I would not really cover this, but it's been requested. A couple of people were, you know, said about it. We're doing it on Twitch. We're having a chat about it. We might upload it to YouTube, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Nasty rants that she does out in open.
yeah, the nasty rants she does out in the open. Yeah, the nasty rants she does out in the open. Yeah, we've all heard them. Yeah. That's exactly her. Like, this person sat there on drugs going nuts. Bin Bin sat there on drugs going nuts. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Trolls and dragging people. You think that's the only thing that's ever been
dragging people, bringing up personal things, saying horrible, nasty lies, dragging people. There's a total difference. Goral world, detracting, people drag people, yeah, dragging people, you know, giving them a bit of shit, having a bit of a pop, but dragging people and saying horrible, nasty, vindictive, vicious, vile lies and nasty, nasty things. Get it right, Sheila. You've been part of a vile, horrible group of nasty, horrible people, and you should feel upset. You should. Because when you look in the mirror and see what you've been doing for the last few years with this fucking bunch, like, you've got some apologising to do. Not just, like, honestly, to the people you've hurt, yeah, like, but, you know, I'm thinking of other people out there in the community that these people have hurt. But also, I think to yourself and, like, you know, look in the mirror and say, wow, this has been, you know, pretty wrong. I need to, you know, and maybe if you're religious in all anyway, you know, I mean, you think about what you might do to tip those balance. Like, you know, I think this Christmas you might want to be serving in the fucking food kitchen rather than having a nice dinner yourself, because you have been a naughty chuffer and all you're getting is coal.
Life, it's not. Same kind of shit. She's dragging us that supports her. And it's really, really bad. And it's really, really bad. Calling trolls and dragging people. You think that's the only thing that's ever going off in Bam's life? It's not. Same kind of shit. She's dragging us that supports her. And it's really, really bad.
So behind the scenes, Val is giving people shit that support her. Like, you know, it's tittle tattle, he said, she said. She hasn't got any people that she likes in her chat. She's being mean about them to other people. Oh, who could have spotted that? From the fucking day one you heard her talking. I wouldn't have spotted that from day one of hearing her fucking, I'm going to rip your fucking skin off and I'll fucking come round your fucking house and I'll fucking shag your daughter. Like, you know, fucking hell. Did you not spot that? Did you not realise that's what she was like from day fucking one? Well, you're welcome to it then. Eat your fucking porridge. You made it. Hello? Did you not like the porridge comment? I'll take the porridge back. You coming back?
Sorry, it's mute for a bit.
Oh, is she actually upset? She's actually upset. Yeah, actual emotions. And again, going on the internet and showing the narcissist how upset you are, bad move. Val's gonna, sorry Val, I keep saying Val. Bin Bin's gonna fucking love it, right? Bin Bin's gonna fucking feed off that. You're a piece of fucking weak shit to me. You're in your fucking tears. I fucking take your fucking tears and pour them up my fucking dried up old cunt. Like, I'm gonna wake up my dried up old cunt with your fucking tears. Like, she fucking love that.
People that have needed to know things, because I don't want to be one of them people that puts everything out in public. I just don't want to do that.
Well, you should, because everything she's done for the last fucking 5 years, and you've done, has all been public, attacking other people.
People that do need to know, I've made sure I do know, and it's up to them.
And are you sure that everything you've been doing is kosher with all those attacks? Because it seems like Bin Bin will use anything against anyone for any reason just to make herself feel better. Do you know what I mean? If she was lying about you yourself and you and your friends, was she also lying about the people that you're attacking? At all ever? Maybe. You fucking idiots.
They want to speak about it or not, because it involves them.
I'm like I said, I wouldn't say I told you so or whatever, you know, but I just can't believe these people. It feels like a level of high school bitterness and bickering that they might not have ever grown out of, or you know, I don't make the rules. I don't know how people want to behave. But I tell you this again, in our community, if it ever gets to this bollocks, you want to just have your heads read and just get on out. Because, like, if you're doing he said, she said behind the scenes, like, number one, if you can't say it to their face and you think it's a problem, like, you can't say it to their face, you've got the problem because you can't say it to their face. And number two, like, if you're the one doing the factional he said, she said, and our team doesn't like this group and the other, there's a split in the division of the community, like, then you are the fucking split in the division and should just fuck off. Like, it's just like a load of nonsense. This is like, if you didn't know she was like this, then you were stupid, because that's what you've been doing the whole time to the rest of the crime community. Like, you were part of this crime community, they were part of this, and then they created a faction and a division, and they were in it, and then everyone else was, and now within your community you've got a faction and a division, and have you not seen the parallel there? Yeah, YouTube Mean Girls, it's like that, yeah. Big ups, Toffee. Who is this chuffer? This is Sheila, who's been a big fan of Bin Bin and quite mean about me and quite mean about some other people as well over the time. I would state specifically Helen Schaefer, Val, some other people like that. I mean, I don't know. This is their own world that I do not fucking... Again, I don't have to make videos about Bin Bin. Someone called Nottingham Village Bike turned up in our chat the other day and has been making videos about Bin Bin. I'll quickly show you this. Nottingham Village Bike. I call her Bin Bin and they call her Bim Bim, which annoys me a little bit. But like, they're making these Bin Bin videos, yeah? And like, fair enough. Like, they're detracting Bin Bin. Trolling Bin, like, that's fair enough, but it's like, to me, I can't even be bothered to touch this, because like I've said, it's the equivalent of me detracting this woman.
Like, seriously.
Like, obviously you can have a laugh, but she's in a bad way, and like, you know, there's a lot of these sort of people. I tend not to make videos about them on the daily about how fucking stupid they are. Like, but Nottingham Village Bikers decided to troll Bin Bin. Fair enough. Like, you know, it's up to them. They were in our chat the other day and they said, "Have you got any advice about? Privacy strikes?" And I didn't say anything because I was in the flow of what I was saying. But I was going to say, yeah, don't make videos about Bin Bin because it's a waste of time. She's going to privacy strike you, and like, it's the equivalent of getting privacy strikes for making a channel about this. So I wouldn't, I don't poke this poop. I just can't be arsed with it. But they did, and they also have had their privacy strikes lifted. They've been allowed back, so that's fun for them. And it seems like their numbers have picked up a little bit there, so that's cool as well. Bin Bin is not, to me, a lol cow. She's a fucking psychotic nutter. And these people in the crime community have got their feelings, haven't they? And like, you know, Bin Bin deletes a live stream, so they're not even up anymore, won't stand by her own words. But yeah, this is where we're at, yeah.
And it's their business. But what I will say is, after all this, if I'm being dragged through mud by BAM, I'm expecting to be, but if I am, she better be careful, because I've got fucking 5 years of shite on her. I've been going back over things, and I'm only on year.
This is fucking ridiculous as well. Do you think that you're going to surprise everyone with 5 years of bollocks? Because most people that have got any reasonable sense know what Bin Bin's like because of 5 years of bollocks.
Like, seriously.
Like, because of that, yeah, they know what she's like. Like, I spotted her on day one, so who are you going to be alerting and awakening here? And who are you going to be proving things to? Like, let's say, for example, Helen Chafer, Val, whoever, that they've been giving shit about and that lot. Like, are they going to be like, oh, quick, give me the shit on Bin Bin. I'd like to hear this. And then, right, we've got you now, Bin Bin. You've been proved to be a wrong-un. Or are they going to be like, we always know she's a wrong-un the whole time. She's constantly been a wrong-un. I'm surprised you didn't know it. You might as well take those 5 years of files and just throw them in the fucking sea. It's just like, so what? And like, I again recommend you to these comments of people that are from the Bin Bin community that are like, this betrayal is heartbreaking. She expects loyalty but isn't loyal to her friends. Really? Didn't you spot that? I'm pleased you're others are away from that toxic environment. I mean, maybe she's been away from it for a bit. Like, this one, if I'm not mistaken, I say you're a person of integrity, Sheila. You're an idiot. None of you are people of integrity. That's why you're on this shit team together. She's not a person of integrity. She's been just as shit as Bin Bin over the years. It's just that now Bin Bin's shitting on her. She's pissing in the tent. You're getting pissed on by her because you are people of within the tent. And you're like, you've got integrity, Sheila. I like you, really. Can you help me out the tent? We'll make our own tent together where we can piss on each other in peace. Like, for fuck's sake.
One, and it's Brock me. It's proper Brock me. But there's loads more. What I want to do as well is tell everyone I've apologised to Fingal best I can, because that were a big thing that hurt me. I did enjoy Fingal cheered me up basically whenever we were in bands. It was like nice to have a little giggle and throw odd fish, and it was fucking cruel and wrong how BAM told everyone to block us, and everyone to not have anything to do with her, and dragging that Fingal got and Timmy Cat and everything were uncalled for. But she's done it to about other ones of us that you might know or you might not know about. But that didn't feel right to me. We abandoned her. She were on her fucking own, and she's been supporting Channel for years. That were cruel. Now, I want to say as well that the evidence, the proof that I've got myself, other people have got their evidence and proof, but nothing that I have got has come from Fingal. When I reached out to Fingal, Ali, I told her.
I don't know who these people are. I don't really care.
I don't want to know anything. It confuses me anyway, all that shit between BAM and Bo and all that.
See, this is the thing, right? I don't want to hear this other. I don't want to hear. Oh, this other stuff confuses me. Like, you closed your mind then to anything. Like, I can't be. I can't be thinking about that. I just want to focus on what I would think about, and like, so you're basically in a sort of denial then, yeah? Because you denied them even the opportunity to speak on certain topics. Because I don't even want to. It's not this. It's that. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
It's fucking personal. I don't want to know it.
I don't want to
So-
know it. Statement of denial. Like, I'm in denial. She's been in denial. It's the same with the Alan followers, the Bin Bin followers. They're in denial because they have to be, because otherwise they wouldn't sit in that live stream and be like, yeah, this is good. we're doing the Lord's work here. Like, they're in denial, aren't they? Read your previous message. Where? On this screen, Colette. On this screen. Would you put it up, Bin Bin? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, because then I'd have to go straight to the clinic and have it fucking bleached, wouldn't I?
But I know Fingal said that she's got voice recordings and she knows things. That's what she knows and she's got. But I know.
I don't think you can even put it up that sewn up old rancid fucking 2 slices of rancid bacon.
And I've got totally different things. My things are not related to anything to do with Fingal. I haven't swapped any information with Fingal.
All right, you've got your own
It's what
information.
has fucking hurt me and my own evidence that I've got. So I just don't want it to drag Fingal anymore, thinking it's not. And other people as well, they've got little things and we can back it all up. So I don't know where Bam is. I don't know if she is hiding.
She's always hiding. You never know where she is. Like, I mean, obviously she lives at her own address, and a lot of you know that, don't you? Like, it seems. It's... What does this even mean? I don't know where she is. I don't know if she's hiding. Like, she's not gone out, has she? She doesn't leave her house for the last fucking 6 years, as far as anyone knows. So she's not gone out. She's still at her house. She still lives in the same place. And she's just there. Like, she doesn't go on the internet all the time. When she does, she deletes the live stream. She's always hiding. And she's just sitting there, like, on fucking, as far as I can hear, jar. She's got a jar that she's got the powder in, and she tips that out, and then she tells you she's got sinusitis and she has to have Vicks for the sinusitis.
I don't know if she's got strikes and can't come live.
Who cares?
Really don't know. I don't know. She's a liar.
And you know what she's going to do is come back and just say, all the people that turned on her, fuck them. They're the fucking sin of the earth. You're the fucking shit of the earth. She's going to spill everything that she's got on you. She's going to even make up shit that you've never heard of and you can't defend because it's just made up shit.
I do know nobody will have died. Nobody's ill. She hasn't been in hospital. So just don't fall for stuff, because she'll have to invent something. I'm telling you, she'll have to invent
Sounds like Alan.
something. I doubt, because I've never seen her put her hands up and say, this happened, that happened, I regret it, whatever. So we just all, we're same as y'all lot, we're waiting to see what she happens. It's just, if she does come back and slate us, then we'll fucking, well, I don't know if we'll make it public, but we'll make everybody aware. Exactly. All shit that's gone down. But I truly believe with what Fingal's saying, that she's not lying about anything. Because I've got similar stuff where she's saying things about other people. For
So
Bam
Fingal's
to
not
do
lying.
a live stream and say to Tinksy, one of her arts, I'm sorry, I apologise. She's fucking desperate. She's scared of something coming out. But what Bam don't realise is other people have got other things. So you should be scared of that coming out as well.
Threats.
Anyway, I've not... Fuck. I don't know what else to say. Just that I'm not a creator. That's why I hate doing this. I will be on YouTube because I like people and I've made friends with a lot of people. But I'll never, ever go back in Bam's chat.
It's interesting to say you're not a creator doing a live stream, but like officially you are because you're on YouTube. However, I accept that YouTube is a social media, and you know you can use it purely for the social aspect. However, like you know, we're now watching this and creating media off it, so.
Now, whoever's still there and completely unaware and ain't got a clue and sat wondering, it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm not going to hate you. I still like the people that I like.
So now it's the No Bin Bins Club, like closing ranks without Bin Bin. This is really weird because they're going to need a new captain to step forward and do the live streams. They might all glom onto Genetic Code. It's quite likely if Genetic Code's got half a brain, she should be streaming now live and covering this. There she is in chat in the comments. She's a fuck. I hate, this is something I hate, right? When I was probably 16 or 17, when mobile phones got going, there was a phase of people typing a capital letter on every word of your text. And I think the phones don't do it now. I think you have to actually deliberately type the capital letter at the first word every time, and this is something that does my nut in. It's like some sort of autism, no offense to autistics, but like, why is she doing it? Like, I realise it's a lot to grasp one's head around. I promise it will get better and easier with each passing day. Glass of milk emoji and some hearts. 3 replies. Thank you, Genetic Code. Glass of milk emoji. Sheila, she says, I'm aware it's much easier said than done, but try not to let this get to any of you all too much. When it comes down to it, clearly Bam's not worth getting upset over. None of it's ever been reciprocated. Bam only gives a crap about Bam. She demands, expects loyalty, yet doesn't give an iota of it back to anyone. Then those who were her true friends standing behind her all this time. I highly doubt she's upset losing any sleep over losing friendships, but more so over being exposed and outed. Right, Bin Bin. Sorry, Genetic Code. But if she's got any sense, like, although Genetic Code sucks up to Salty Nuts, doesn't she? So Salty Nuts is like the new, like, they're going to need, what I'm saying is they're going to need a place to go of a Saturday night on a live stream to have their fucking little get things off their egg. And now it's not about Alan, because Alan's off the internet. Yeah. Although he's still doing, and he's going back hard to Chris Watts' case because he's so scared. He thought he had those law supporters in his back pocket, and one of them got out and ran off. So now he's going to go and fucking drill Kessinger hard. But like, they haven't got Alan to talk about. Bin Bin provided this space for like the community space involves them all going to the space and talking and having the live stream going. So Bin Bin provided that. They've decided to fuck Bin Bin off. Where are they going to go and who are they going to talk about now? It feels like they should all have a little look in the local paper to see if there's like an art society or a swimming club and just go and fucking do something else, because this is not worth their time.
And you'll come to your decisions in your own time. There's a lot of new people in there that's just beginning to learn and know Bam. But let them learn and know. If anyone else comes out and says, I've left Bam for this reason, for that reason, whatever reason.
Okay, Star Ace. Big ups, Andy. Thank you for the tier sub. Thank you, Andy. And I did see your message, and I appreciate what you said, and I just take it on the chin. Yeah, fair enough. The point here that you've missed is simply that in their stupid social group of Bin Bin and friends, they're not friends, they all hate each other and they've all been saying bad things about each other behind their back. Well, at least Bin Bin has, and they seem to trust each other that they've not been part of that. I don't know who Bin Bin's been saying it to, but don't worry, Sheila. I'm sorry I missed your live. I'm glad you said what you did. I'm right here alongside you, says Cassius. And it's not determined yet whether Cassius has been behind the back with anyone. I'm not saying he has, but what I'm saying is Bin Bin's been saying it to somebody behind their back. So who's she been saying it to, and who's been hearing it, and who's not been bringing it up? And they should have a bit of an audit between themselves to decide who really is, behind who's back here. So Bin Bin is now persona non grata on her own live streams. And I've got a quote from Bin Bin here. We've got a quote. This is Bin Bin's response to this. There you go. There's a quote from Bin Bin. So
it'd be nice not for the trolls to drag them, because I know a few of them said, yeah, but we'll get backlash for this. Yeah, they're going to back. I know they're going to do it, but there's some people not as strong as me, and I'm fucking Brock over it. So it'd be nice for them just to say, thank God. You know what I mean? We are all fucking extra abuse. Right. Sorry.
It would be nice if we didn't have any backlash for our own behaviour. It'd be nice if I wasn't accountable for all the things I've said and done over the years on Bin Bin's team, now that I'm coming out and saying Bin Bin's a liar and I don't trust her and she's been bad to me. It'd be nice if you could all just say, well, we'll just forget everything then. And I agree it would. It's very Christian to just say, right, we'll wipe the slate clean, all forgiven. I do have that approach with Alan's supporters if they want to come over to our side. I say it in our chat all the time. But for people that have deliberately and maliciously been not just mean, but downright vile, I just, okay, fair enough. You're not with her anymore, but you're certainly not with me. And we're going to comment, because it's been 5 years of your shit for some of those people. I mean, I'm commenting, I don't care. It's been 3 minutes of shit for me, and then I switched off from it. But for some of these, the people I'm thinking of, they've had a lot of shit. And I think it'd be quite fair if they fucking gave you a load of shit. It might not be the most, in all fairness, the better thing to do, the most noble thing to do is to rise above it and say, well, yeah, you know, rather than say I told you so, just do you need anything? Because I understand that you're in a bad place right now, but I don't care. This isn't that. You know. They try and make it into this drama thing, like, you know, it's not like at the end of a boxing match where the boxers hug and, like, you know, it's all been put in the ring and okay, we can get over what we said about each other and we can move forward like noble people. This isn't that. This is petty people on YouTube have been saying horrible things for years and now they want their slate wiped clean because they've walked away from Bin Bin. That's what that is. It'd be nice if the trolls didn't troll me while I'm feeling upset. Oh, you had such compassion for all the people that you were fucking mean about all the fucking time. Get over it. Like, you just petty people saying petty shit on the fucking petty side of the internet. It's and let's all be noble and rise above it, and let's all have compassion, and let's all have like decorum and parliamentary procedure. Like, it's just people chatting shit on the internet.
I best go, and I hope it makes sense. But that's a little bit of shit that's been going off.
There you go. Sheila's had some shit going off. Any other word from Bin Bin? Can we hear from Bin Bin? Oh, she's having a bit of car trouble there.
You need to get out of the middle of the goddamn road.
I want to fuck myself.
You want to yourself? You're about to get run over by a goddamn car.
He's got out of the car. You want to fuck yourself, right? Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Hell no, not yet. You're about to get run over.
You're about to get run over. We'll get you put up in the boot. Get you, the trunk. We call it the trunk in America. We'll done get you put up in the trunk. We'll get you moved on.
I want to fucking hump the leg.
Hump his leg.
Yes, sir.
Get on the
This dude knows what's up. Like the old timer. The old timer with the straw hat's like, no, we need to get you out the road. And he's like, hump his leg. I'll put it on YouTube. There she is, Bin Bin, having another nice day in the sun. So that's what Sheila said. Thanks. This is Wiccan Moon.
Didn't really want to get upset, but you know, we are where we are, and I suppose we just have to move forward with it.
Please note as well, maybe Alan does stream his own stream, because I always thought because this bottom corner left thing has your name in it that you're not doing your own stream, but maybe that Alan is running his own StreamYard. I don't know. I'm confused with StreamYard here. Like, personally, I wouldn't use a streaming service that forces me to have my name in the bottom left in blue and a little circle face. I prefer doing all this. But like, Wiccan Moon. I don't know what she's going to say.
It's a betrayal.
Also, I don't know who she is. I don't know whose side she's on. I've never heard her name before. I've never seen her channel. I've never seen her in my chat. Down in the comments, I see like a couple of them. Like Darzen's been a huge troll, as far as I've seen to us, like on our side of things. Huge troll. Cassius, quite a troll. Said some quite rude and unpleasant things, and been very up the like. He's like a, you know in I don't know, Aladdin, there's Jafar, and then there's a little parrot on its shoulder going, and it's like totally up its bum. Yeah. Like, Cassius is the little parrot on Bin Bin's shoulder. He's totally up her bum. Like, he doesn't like have his own content, but he's totally up the other people's bums. Like, very supportive of them. Very supportive. Like, so, yeah, so she's got some of the, like, in my opinion, the known trolls in her midst there. And again, I'll repeat it just one more time. It's only a matter of time before they all turn on you, or you turn on them, or like, this is what's happening to you in your group now, is you're all turning on each other.
I just never saw coming.
Yeah, big up Sierra J, I see what you say. Yeah, they all are. That's kind of what I'm saying, is they all are. That's why they're in this group together. Like, you know, like attract like. Did they not realise? How did they not spot this coming?
I couldn't have foreseen it. I couldn't have,
I couldn't have foreseen it. You couldn't have foreseen Bin Bin talking shit about people and being mean about them, when that's everything she's ever done, ever. and that most of the people she's talking shit about and being mean about used to be a part of her friends group on YouTube when they were all after Alan. But then they had this divide, and now this Helen Chafer, and now this legal lawyer and the fake lawyer, and now Alan says this and they said that, and Val, and I'm going to come around your house and rip your skin off. And it might get darker and deeper and further than I even know with other people's names and things that I don't. Oh, you don't know the half of it, Scott. You think it's about Val, and you think it's about Helen Chafer. It's not. It's about this and that, and like whatever. Yeah. Welcome to your fucking world. Like, it's like you'd say you've made your bed, now lie in it, but these people get up out of the bed, see it, and then just get straight back into it and don't realise that it is what it like. It's like you've been walking around in dog poo in the fucking, like, you're the people that leave the dog poos in the park, don't pick them up, and then complain when you tread in a dog poo, but you're the person that's walked it into your own house and is like going around going, can you smell that smell? Where's that coming from? Have you got dog poo on your shoe? And that you're the one walking it around your own house.
You know, you've given so much of yourself and, you know, just everything to defend a person that you were, you know, what do you say?
What I say is that you're naive and she's used you. It sounds like the other person as well that we just listened to is that you sound like Val, I keep saying Val. Bin Bin has got this modus operandi where she'll find, like, I think she might be narcissistic like Alan then, because this is the modus operandi of the narcissist, is they find the people who are vulnerable to their charms, to their manipulation, and then they manipulate them hard, and then they get them under the whip. And it's obvious, isn't it? Like, when you see the way it works, Bin Bin is the leader of the clique. Like, she's the one that's throwing the arse around and saying all the words. And the others are like, yeah, go on, Bin Bin. Yeah, go on, Bin Bin. Yeah. Like, Bin Bin's the big bully and they're all the little suck-ups. So you're part of the little suck-ups gang. And now big bullies turned on one of you. And, like, you know, this is why you feel sad and, like, vulnerable, because she's used your vulnerabilities as a manipulative tool. You're a group of people who are, by probably nature, quite vulnerable, and you've allowed this person to dominate you in this way. So that's why you feel bad.
When you I detest lies. I really do. When you come to find out that so much stuff's been lies, you know, it's one thing I've always said. I will never, ever cover for a liar. I don't care who they are, what they've done, what they haven't done.
Here we've got something in common then, is we both detest lies. And that's one of my problems with Alan, isn't it? At the very start is the way he was lying about everything, twisting the truth, even to the point of taking my content, saying he didn't, like, you know, just weird shit as well, like twisting. Like, I remember one of the worst ones, the weirdest ones, was when he was trying to dox me, and he was doxing my dad, and he called me my dad's name for an extended period of time on the stream, like Larry. He kept going Larry. Like, no one knows my dad as Larry. It's not his name. Like, it's a contraction of his name that he doesn't use. Like, but Alan got convinced that my name was Larry and was going, Larry, yeah, Larry. And I was like, this is a weird, like, manipulation. It's a lie in a way, but it's an untruth in another way. But it's just like the fact that someone's saying something that's not even, I don't care if you're having to go at me and my name, but you're saying that my name is something else than it is just a weird lie. It's not even I shouldn't get eggy about it. It's just a weird lie. But I don't like the fact that I know it's not true and you're saying it. Like, yeah, I really don't like lying and liars, yeah.
Never ever cover for a liar.
I mean, the thing with Bin Bin being a narc, I understand. I can't diagnose her because I'm not a doctor, and everyone goes, "Oh, you can't diagnose it." No, but there's 9 points. You'd have to go through her behaviour and list it on the 9 points and see that she adheres to at least 7, I think, of them. I haven't done that, and I don't see enough of her behaviour. But the behaviour I do see, I think, is motivated in the main by narcotic abuse.
God bless you. You need Jesus. Just leave me alone.
Like, I really, like, you know, I went in, I've listened to 2 of her lives. 2. One, when people are like, Bin Bin's this nutter and she's like this nutter, and I like listened to one of them and I was like, fucking hell, she's a fucking nutter. You know, brief little bit of her going, fucking, I'm going to tear your fucking skin off and this and that. And I don't know fucking know who anyone is. So, yeah, well, she's a nutter. And then the other one was someone said to me, she's talking about you on her live stream. And I thought, wow, like, you know, I wonder what she's saying. So I went over there. She was saying weird, twisted lies, like sick, weird lies. And then I said, oh, I'm here in chat. So I thought what usually happens with that sort of stuff is when you notify them that you're in chat, they suddenly go, "Oh, didn't realise you were directly listening to it." And she didn't really do that. She was like, "Yeah, well, you're fucking this and that, and I'll fucking block you." And I was like, "Well, I'll come on stream and I'll tell you that you're a liar and I'll explain why you're wrong." Yeah, and she was like, "No, I won't have that. You're not fucking doing that." And she kept blocking my. So I changed to a different account. Battery Boy, Super Chuffer for you, and Ganji Impact, other channels that I have, changed to different accounts until they realised that they couldn't just block me and I would shut up. So they had to listen to me and chat a little bit, but they were still just talking lies and shit. And I didn't get through to the point where I was like, "I'll come on the stream and I'll like what you're saying is nonsense. So I'll explain how easy it is to debate you." So in inverted commas, get me on the panel now. She actually said, "I can't have you on the panel because you might get your dick out, and I've got my daughter here, and she might see your penis and then be offended." And I was like, right, so that's the weirdest reason to not have me on the panel ever. But what I'll do is I'll just come on with no camera then, and I'll just have the voice. And then you could just be, that'll be fine. And she was like, "No, you could sexually assault her verbally." So it's like, right. So like Bin Bin's like, that was it then. I was like, right, that's the end of that. I don't have to deal with this anymore. I've heard what you're like. I know what you're like. I can hear you talking. I did say as well, you're straw manning me, which means you're making up lies and then saying I'm bad because of it. So if we can get rid of the straw manning, straw manning is an argument principle, isn't it? It's a bad argument. And she said, I'm not a straw man and all this. And I was like, "Do you know what straw manning means?" And she said, "Of course I fucking know what it means." And then I went away. I came back about 2 hours later into her live. She was still live, still talking about it. At this point, she was making tea and she was on the fucking phone Googling what straw manning meant. And she was like, "Oh, so straw manning, oh, fucking this and that." And I was like, "So you lied to my face that you knew what it meant because you didn't know what it meant. Like, this is the level that we're at here." She lied to my face that she knew what something meant. And it meant that she sounded stupid when she didn't know what it meant. It's just like, it's worse than arguing with a school child. "I know you are, but what am I?" "Yeah, I know you are, but what am I?" "Well, Tracy said that you said that she was a big fat smelly." All right. Yeah, I know what that means. Thank you. I've got a degree. You've got a degree in being a fucking prick. Now fuck off. There's nothing of any value to anybody in any of the hours and hours of cocaine-fueled diatribe.
Hey, shut the f up.
Shut the fuck up.
I won't. I don't care how close of a friend they are. I won't do it. I have been saying that for years, and I hope people really understand that now. I'm sorry to be done. I hope people really understand that now and see that we weren't lying. We were lied to. We were lied about, but we weren't lying. None of us were lying. "Hey Sid, how are you?" It's broken my heart because, I loved her. She was a friend. She was I thought she was a good friend. Isn't it so funny how you can be sucked in?
Judge of character.
Hey Tracy, isn't it so funny? I said, I can't remember if I said hi. Isn't it so funny how you can be so sucked in by people and lies and it just. I'll admit I'm struggling with this today.
I feel like they're all making videos about how sad they are about themselves, and they should all, like, the thing that's getting my egg most is they should all be making videos to Val or Helen Schaefer, or maybe they've done stuff about Tosha. I don't know what they've done in the past. I don't know what they've said in the past as a group, but they should be fucking thinking about the people that felt like this when they were being lied about and didn't deal in lies. That's who they should be worried about. Not their own back and their own, I've and me and my,
Yeah, I find it quite difficult. So,
the sniffing is to prove that she's crying.
Sorry, my nose is starting. But it's going to be a tough day. It's actually every day since all this.
Is Alan doing Rumble tonight as well? God, we're going off on the fucking deep end now all of a sudden. Let me just check then. Painkillers, the doctor. Oh yeah, he's doing Chris Watts again. What's happening is that he heard us saying that because he's gone off the boil with the Chris Watts and decided to go and play poker, he's now, like, he knows that the tenuous grip he has on these few remaining ladies is predicated on their fucking hatred of Nicole Kessinger and the Chris Watts case. So he is now forced, even though he thought that this is not going to fly on Rumble and it doesn't grow him on Rumble, I suppose he's realised that nothing's going to grow him on Rumble, so he might as well jaff that in, and he's now forced to use Rumble as a platform to talk to these ladies about Nicole Kessinger again and again until the end of time. And it's like his own fucking sad little prison that he's in now, going on about Nicole Kessinger. And tonight's episode is the painkillers, time to expose the doctors. Like, he's got something new on something. They had fucking over-the-counter painkiller medication in the house, and she, I don't think, had loads of it in her system at the end when they did the autopsy reports. And it doesn't matter who got them from where. Like, it would be like me telling you there is some paracetamol in the cupboard. Like, the woman was fucking murdered to death. The paracetamol in the cupboard doesn't matter. Let's all just get our fucking heads straight. It's 2023. All right, so we will check in later on that, I suppose. But you wanted, this is, you know, this has been
Stuff started.
this is the story of the day, I suppose, in the world of fucking. I mean, I don't know why I'm even doing this. Like I said at the start, like I don't really care, but it's.
It's been tough days, but you know the one thing.
And I've given them all the lickiness of a dog so far, haven't I? You know, not being very compassionate myself, but then again, like I say, I don't think these people are. Personally, I don't think these people are through being mean to other people. I think they've still got a lot of that left in their system, and I think they're just going to like rest, recover, and look for a new leader, and then start being mean to people again. I would question the amount of them in the chat and the comments that are getting their own heads checked and checking their own heads about their so-called friends and thinking maybe we shouldn't be doing this and maybe we should be making some apologies and moving on. But I'd be interested to see how the sort of dust settles and where it gloms on around afterwards.
I'm quite proud of us that somehow.
Plus, the more stink that comes up, like Bin Bin is going to be fucking furious. Plus, she's going to have so much more personal information on these people than they know already. Like, because they have friends, like they would have revealed personal things to her. Like, you know, she had to dig around and try and find my address, didn't she? But like for them, like, you know, and all of her vile and vitriol is probably going to be poured out at some point. There will be some sort of, like, if she is a proper narc, then there will be some sort of huge narc rage, and it will have to be publicly broadcast. It can't just stay in the fucking Facebook group. You know?
All sort of arrived at the same decision at the same time.
Oh, sorry, Dover and Dolly's mom. She had oxycodone in her blood. It's Percocet. It's an opioid. Okay, yeah, but it's like quite a common opioid painkiller in America, isn't it? It's like, you know, you get them all the time. Like, you know, it's not like if I said, if you said, oh, I've got a really bad muscle ache, I've pulled my muscle, and I said, oh, I've got some oxycodone in the medicine cabinet from when I had strained my ankle. You just take a couple. It's not common. Well, maybe I'm completely wrong on that. Then I'll take that back. But like the thing that I hate about this is I don't want to have to deal with the fucking critique of the Chris Watts case. If you want that, go and watch True Crime Rocket Science or someone else that's literally critiqued Alan's videos. In fact, we'll have a look at one of those later, maybe, because he literally has videos called AD, You Are Wrong. Well, not literally called that, but you know what I mean. But I know a little bit about this in that there's the whiff of a painkiller. She did have it in her system then, but like the idea that she was drugged before she was murdered proves this X, Y, Z. Like it's just going a bit far. It's just all going a bit far, and it's just Alan going a bit far because he's desperate for those fucking, desperate for those Chris Watts ladies to believe that he's the big Chris Watts, Nicole Kessinger flag bearer, because that's where his current and only final shreds of income from YouTube streaming are coming from. So they've told him outright behind the scenes, you have got to get back on that fucking Nicole Kessinger horse. I've had enough of this racism. We've lost one who thinks you're lying about the Nicole Kessinger thing in the first place. You've got to get back on that horse, Alan. Like, he knows it. He knows it. Let's go back to Bin Bin and her fucking nonsense. This is Wiccan Moon.
Thinks that we're going out there canvassing for people or whatever, like, that's so untrue. That's not true. I'm certainly not going out trying to talk people into not being a certain person's friend or sub or any of
The other thing that's annoying me here is no one's telling me exactly what the fuck they've done. Like, we've had Sheila. Hang on, there's one other video here. I want to say thank you to Slinky Socks as well for providing me with, I'm assuming she just wants thanking and doesn't, you know, wants it public, but providing me with heads up on some of these videos, so thank you. All in her own words, this thing, this is 11 minutes, right? And I'm not going to have the music on because fuck that. It says, Alison Purcell has been bashed by Bam Bam in their several lives. Many of us know what that feels like. That's a fucking name for a start, right? So someone called Alison. We were given permission by Ali to use her full name. Well, there you go. Like, I'd put that before you put her name because now I felt bad first and now I give you the benefit of the doubt after. But this is all her details. Former friends, girlfriend and her mom, they've all got names. The villain and her daughter is Bin Bin and Saskia. And this is Alison on Facebook. I was given many photos and conversations. She's not going to release them. People are threatening her and ripping her to shreds. She'll defend herself on YouTube. Screenshot this. All she ever wanted to do was help Bam. They pushed me too far. The problem with this is it doesn't actually say what Bam Bam is like. I know that Bam Bam's been giving you shit, right? And I don't know what about and how and someone's partner and a backlash of calls and Benny's got the lost friend and like, and if you've got time to, you know, play through this and fucking someone reported you to the police, someone's ringing your brother, Benny's partner, like, you know, this gets a bit like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and nor am I going to find out by watching this video for 10 minutes. So, Bin Bin took Bo into the depths of depravity. I was horrified. So who the fuck was Bo again? Bo is Benny, Fingal. Their conversations were about sex, and Bo revealed private details about Karen. I did speak to Bo about this. I was met with hostility. Bo changed before my eyes. I thought she loved Karen. No. Bo and Bin Bin declared their mutual love. So it's like lesbian affairs are going on behind the scenes through sex messages with Bin Bin and Bo. And Karen's not happy because she's lost a girlfriend to Bin Bin. But it's only on the internet. They're talking about sex and you're watching a video about dancing, Alison says. I don't know if I'd have included that one. Bo sits there telling Bin Bin how she and Karen haven't had sex in years. I couldn't believe the disloyalty to Karen. Thank goodness I've spoken out about this. Bin Bin, it took 8 months. So basically, Karen and Bo aren't having a good relationship and Bin Bin stolen Karen's girlfriend and said bad things. Bo is actually called Fingal, and her name came up in that other one where someone was crying. Bin Bin and hexes don't work. Obviously, hexes don't work. They lied to the police. Bin Bin lied to the police to send the police around to look for a gun or something, which is fucking heavy. And serious stuff that the police will take very seriously and go back to Bin Bin and say, what the fuck are you doing? She's telling us about her height and build here. A bit strange. Hey, Bo and Bin, look at what you've done. Lies on Bin Bin's world. There's loads to come. You giggled in private about how you destroyed me. So don't force my hand. So Alison seems really fucking cross. And Alison is not the one who's got the girlfriend, nor is the one who's been doing the sex messages. But she's been seeing it all. And she's going to destroy her. Destroy. She's going to destroy Bin Bin. So it's Alison versus Bin on the premise that Bin Bin has been doing sex messages with Bo, who is with Karen, but Bo and Karen don't have sex. See how I said it really quickly then? See how I said it at the end there? It's Alison versus Bin Bin because Bin Bin has been doing sex messages with Bo, and Bo is Karen's partner. That's the video. It takes less than 10 seconds to say that. You could do it in a short. But I don't know what all these screenshots mean and have, like, it doesn't, none of these are screenshots. This is called All Her Own Words by Tinksy Bell. Screenshots from Ali's Facebook page show the betrayal by her friends, Bo and Bam. So they're telling the story of how Ali was betrayed. This is someone else making the video, telling the story about how Ali was betrayed in her own words off her Facebook page. We are not still at school, remember. This is not, you know, the bell's not going to ring and we all have to go to double maths. And I will remind you, you know, if you're part of my fucking crew, don't even think about going down this road with any of your fucking bullshit. Talk to people face to face, say you've got problems. Most of the time people will be more happy to have a public conversation. And when I say public conversation, you know, a one-to-one with you, like, you know, thanks for bringing this to my attention. I see where you've made a good point there. I just think this all just nonsense. And I don't even know what's going on still, really. I just think, whatever. Like, this is your problem. That's your worst problem. And all the horrible things she's been doing over the years, and this is your worst problem. But anyway, now it's Alison versus Bin Bin in the car park after school. That's what it's come down to now. So let's see who's friends with who. Wick and Moon.
Kind of stuff. I'm just not. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm sorry. I'm gonna first of all blow my nose. And I'm going to invite guests now. So I'll just see if I can remember how to do that.
God, you know, if I knew I could have come on and been a guest. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, who the fuck am I?
Yeah, if anybody has anything they'd like to have a chat about, there's the link. Please come up. You're welcome. Absolutely, you're very, very...
And my first point would be, does anybody owe an apology to anybody? Like, does anybody owe an apology to anybody? Has anyone got any hands up in the class? This is my conflict resolution class now. We've got Bin Bin sat on this side, and we've got Alison sat on this side. Now, class, do you think anyone can put that? Remember, anyone can say anything in here and not be judged. No one's going to start shouting. Bin Bin, you're not to start shouting. This is conflict resolution class, okay? Everyone can just put an idea on the board. It's just an idea on the board, that's all. It's only an idea. They're people, but their ideas are ideas. Does anybody put their hands up? Does anybody think anybody owes anybody an apology? Okay? And not you, Bin Bin. Not yet. Let's see if anybody in the class has got a suggestion. Big up, Sarah.
You're welcome. I think everybody should be allowed to voice their opinion. And even if it's the complete opposite to mine, you know, I don't mind. I'm certainly not going to jump down anybody's neck for what they think or how they believe or perceive a situation to be. That's absolutely fine. I'm not going to jump down anybody's throat, but yeah, if anybody would like to come up, please take the link. I would love to. Okay, how can you don't want to go out?
She's putting the dog out.
And I'm really flabbergasted, and I just
Someone does jump on in a minute.
I don't understand why. I really just don't understand why. You know, it boggles the mind. You know, but you know, having said that, I think we have all been a little bit sort of smart.
What the fuck's going on at her house? Sonic booms in the background.
You know, in our own way, but
the dog's barking.
I don't like.
The dog's out the back barking at fucking UFOs. Boom. It's like Independence Day kicked off, and like she's on the internet crying about what Bam said about Alison's friend Bo and how she did a sex on her on the internet.
I don't like having to second guess my friends. If somebody's my friend, they're my friend. I don't think anything badly of them unless they've done something to warrant it. But you know, this is tapping my brain, because over the last 5 years, your lot have been responsible for some of the most awful things that have been said in the Kramer Allen group. Like in the true crime truthers, crime drama Kramer,
We Hate Alan, No Alan's Club, like all this stuff about the Rusix and the case and the court case and all that. Like the live streams that Bin Bin has been leader of and vocal proponent, they're all horrible.
I can't even put it into words. I really can't put it into words how I feel.
I can
about
put it
this
into
whole
words.
situation.
I'll fucking come and take your fucking daughter and fucking rip her fucking skin off, and my fucking dad's something big in the entertainment industry and he's gonna come and fucking sue your fucking, I'll send the fucking police. I've got all the fucking police I need on the end of the fucking phone, and I'll just call them all up and they're gonna go around your fucking house and tear your fucking skin off. We'll see who gets fucking personal.
The one thing I did want to make quite clear was that, Fingal has been telling the truth. She hasn't lied.
That's Fingal,
unfortunately.
that's Bo. That's the one who was doing the sex messages with Bin Bin.
For other people, she hasn't been lying. She has been telling the truth, which is even worse because I was told to block her and all her alts, and what wasn't said wasn't worth mentioning, and it's horrible. That poor girl got slated. She got slated. And I was a worse fool for listening and paying attention.
Everyone has been getting... The feature of Bin Bin streams is, like, you think people don't... It's like fucking slate mine. It's a very old slate mine from Wales that has been dug out to the point where it's just fucking grimy pieces of... like gritty old grimy pieces, and they're still fucking digging them out and throwing them. Gritty old grimy slate mine in Wales. It's like, what's going on? Bin Bin has been slating people on... I don't think there's any 10 minutes of her live streaming on the internet that isn't thick with slating people. Slating is all she does. She does more slating than my dad's fucking roofer men. My dad does a roofing company. She's done more slating than the roofer man. Come on. Like...
Okay, who's this? Oh, great. Hey, Kiss. Oh, where did you go?
Get her on, come on. I know you're sad.
Stage, okay, sorry.
Fingal's been having phone sex with Bin Bin behind the scenes. I know it's upset you to your core. It's rocked you to your core. And now you're crying, right? But Bin Bin has been having phone sex with Bo behind the scenes, and you're crying.
My eyes are...
Your eyes are a mess, fuck. Come on, I'll tell you what I want from this. What I want from this is I want them all out commenting. I want them all their fucking little heads out of their little, like up and down the street, all the windows go open, all the heads out. I want all the people in the back garden putting out their washing, talking over the fences. Come on. I want them all out. This can't be right. You can't have Bin Bin doing phone sex with Bo behind the scenes and her whole crew turning on her, and not have, it's a shy time for Val and Tosha to have retired. I'll tell you that, isn't it? I wonder if Val and Tosha have got to say. I know what Tosha's got to say. Tosha's got to say, well, I'm not going to be mean about any of them. Rise above it. Turn the other cheek. I told you, I'm not telling you I told you so, but I did tell you. And we've had this for years. So now you know what it's like. And a little bit of respect can go a long way. And I think, I'm not going to say anything bad about anyone. Thanks, bye. That's not Bin Bin crying. This is Wiccan Moon. I don't know what Bin Bin's doing. We haven't heard from Bin Bin on the whole thing yet. She's gone quiet. Then Val would say, I don't know what Val would say, actually. I'd like to hear. I can picture what Tosh would say. Tosh would be more Christian and compassionate than I am being. And I know it's the right, like in the real world, if we were in the pub and someone had been saying all fucking shit about me, and everyone had been having an egg on, and we were having this trouble over weeks in the pub, and then we had a big row about it in the pub, and me versus so and so, and it was going on, and then I saw that they were having were now excommunicated from all their friends, and all their friends had turned on them, and I was in the pub, and I'd just turn up at the pub, and someone says, "Oh, have you heard all this is going on? Why don't you go over there and give them a mouthful?" I'd go over there and I'd say, "Well, now you know how it feels. Can I buy you a drink? I can see you." But for both sides, I can see you feel bad. Like, you know, it's not my beef. You know, welcome to the world that you've created. Can I buy you a drink? I'm not going to rub your nose in it. You know, I just rise above it and not care. But for content-wise, I've got things to say, I suppose. It's just the shock in me is that they're not being more apologetic to other people, that it's all about how they feel hurt personally by Bin Bin. I keep saying Val in my mind because obviously Bin Bin and their group have been quite mean about other people. So I wonder how long it will take for them to have those thoughts click into place and think, well, actually, if Bin Bin's been lying about this and has been deceptive and deceitful and horrible and encouraged us all to pile on and block them and made up lies about them, about this, I wonder how much of all the other stuff that we've been doing over the last 5 years is true and warranted and valid. And I wonder how much stuff I had said in my ear about this or posted to me on a thing because so-and-so has found a thing about so-and-so. And I wonder how much of Bin Bin's information is factual. And, you know, when she shows you something behind the scenes and has got insider information, or, you know, I wonder how much of what you've built your house on is now just fucking cards and the wind is blowing. And it might be sensible to say, hang on, before this house of cards falls down, let's just say a few apologies while people can still hear us, because later on they might not want to hear it because it might sound like too little too late. Like right now is your moment to say, this has blown my world apart. I'm really sorry, Helen. I'm really sorry, Val. I'm really sorry to everyone that we've said bad things about. I don't know what's going on at the moment, but I do know that I can't trust anything Bin Bin's been saying, and I've been trusting it for years. So there's a lot of apologies to give out.
Hey,
It's colder than a witch's tit.
hey, darling.
Hello. I've only come up. I know you'll have people in the cheap seats, as they call them, watching. I've come up to give friend support. This is not a dragging session or a bitching session.
No.
You know, I want people to understand that, because there are a lot of people taking great joy from seeing what's going on. And
I'll tell you what, I'm not taking any joy in it. I kind of don't care, and I kind of think it's so pathetic. It makes me feel tragic for the human race. Like, it makes me feel sad for the human race. It makes me feel like there's some people that haven't grown up beyond fucking schoolyard bollocks. And it's this sort of he said, she said, I've heard rumours and, you know, so-and-so said that so-and-so's a smelly fanny and, like, we're going to beat you up after school bollocks that I, like, fucking thank God we left behind when we were kids. It's just ridiculous to me. So I'm not revelling and enjoying in it. Although the one thing I will think will be funny is when what's wrong with me? When Bin Bin makes her, you know, video comeback, and everyone hears what she's got to say. That would be funny because I expect an arc rage explosion. But yeah, I'm not reveling in it, so to speak. The only thing
entertainment purposes, it's not.
No.
You know,
it is. It is on the internet for entertainment purposes. It is.
In people. Sorry, I'm just talking while you compose yourself, because I know you are. Everything that we said last week still stands about, you know, things that are private stay private. It's like all the girls with the Claire Morgan stuff. They have never ever made public those private conversations, because that was between friends. And it's the same with us. I will never make public. So anybody expecting to see things made public, you won't. The only thing that we've seen are things from other people that were shared by the person that we're talking about.
So you think that Bin Bin is a liar and all this, but you've got things behind the scenes that you're not going to make public that's special and personal to you, but you're not going to protect the rest of the community and expose Bin Bin. You're just going to keep that private for you, but you're going to say you've got it. Why don't you just fucking shut up about it then and never mention it? It's pathetic.
Hurtful, hateful things, and it's been horrible. It's been horrible, and we didn't want to make a big deal. It was just we were all walking away, and unfortunately, it's all coincided with the stuff on that other channel, that Nottingham Bike channel. People seem to think we've ditched because of that. It's not. No. It's all happened at the same time. So we're not on here to drag off and make things public. It's just, you know, some things you can't get past. And that's it. And I don't like seeing two people who I know in real life, genuinely know in real life. This isn't a lie.
Yes.
You know, I'm not saying that Wicked and Sheila have been to my house when they haven't.
No.
You know, we do. I'm not having this. I'm not. It's awful. Just leave us alone. You know, we've walked away, leave us alone. There's no need to get nasty and dragging. Nobody's being nasty. Nobody's being, you know, vindictive and making things up.
I'm not personally dragging them. Like I said, I think that they've been part of this fucking group and they've been fucking horrible about loads of people on the internet as a group. I didn't say Wicker Moon said this about so and so, and It's Colder Than a Witch's Tit said that about so and so. I know that Sheila's been a massive troll for us. Like, you know, we all know they're the shit team. So to step away from it now and say, I don't want to have any flack from this now that we're going to just fucking throw Bin Bin in the bin. It's like, pull the ladder up, Jack. Save yourself, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like,
every single thing that Wiccan is talking about, that Sheila's talked about, that anybody else wants to divulge, you know, me included.
But they're saving each other as well, like, aren't they? You know, closing ranks.
Yeah, it's been supported. It's stuff we've seen and recordings that we've been played, and it's awful.
Oh God, it's god awful. I mean, I don't understand how one person can be so vicious, you know, and just turn it on in the blink of an eye, and you know, and be so lovely and thoughtful. And,
Who are you talking about? Bin Bin?
but though it was never thoughtful because it was never reciprocated. You know, now that I think about it, you know. Like, support to me isn't just going online and screaming and roaring at people for, you know, God knows how many hours. Supporting your friends means picking up the phone, checking that they're okay, you know, having conversations and, you know, all that kind of thing. But it only seemed to be very one-sided, you know. And maybe that's just because she didn't class me as a good a friend as I classed her. I really don't know. And to be honest, I don't want to know. It doesn't matter now. It's done. It's done. You know, it's all out now. It's all the truth has come out. And
I tell you what, this conversation technique of, I'm going to say this thing, but now it's done. I don't want to talk about it. We're not talking about it. But I'm going to say this bad thing, but now it's done. Now we're not talking about it. Like, we are talking about it. You are talking about it. Stop saying you're not talking about it. You are.
As it always does. It always does. No matter how long a thing goes on for, the truth will always come out. And, like, you know,
well, it would if you would just put it out there that you say you have. Like, do you want more attention now or something? Are you waiting for a bigger audience? If you've got things that you think prove something bad and you're making a YouTube fucking stream to say why they are and what they are, probably just want to publish them, don't you? Or not say that you've got them. Like, just not talk about them, because now people are going to say, oh, what's this thing that you said is bad that we haven't seen?
Lady Witch's comment there, you're absolutely right, love. It should never, it doesn't matter. And I've always said this, you know, and now we've fallen out. I will never make public any private conversations.
No, absolutely not. No.
I won't do it, because at the time when those things were said to me, that was in the confidence of a friendship that
absolutely.
I thought. Turns out I've been absolutely hated for like 3 years, but whatever.
Well, you're not alone.
You're not
alone, sweetheart. Yeah.
I understand that point. I won't publicise any private conversations, yeah. Absolutely. Val, this time I do mean Val, did it to me when she published a couple of our correspondence, but she deleted my bit out of the correspondence, but, you know, she shared her response to my correspondence asking her to come on the show. And I was a bit like, whoa, like, that's between us. I'm surprised that's on YouTube now. So yeah, I agree with that, actually. I do. Which is why I probably wouldn't have brought them up.
Went and called her anything to anyone. I was never anything but a good friend, I thought. But anyway, whatever. So, you know.
You're always a really good friend, Jackie. You're always a really good friend to me. Always. You know, and all of the girls have. And that's, I think, what's upsetting me so much. If it was just me, I could say, okay, whatever. Like, I you know, that's fine. You don't like me, that's fine. I'll get on with it. But it's the way she's just ripped into everybody. I mean, I know, like, really deeply personal things about people that I really shouldn't know. And I didn't want to know. I didn't ask for this information. And she just, you know, she drops it on you. And then you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? How am I supposed to look at them when they're in chat now? And, you know, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing this to me? Like, no.
Well, can I just say as well?
Interesting. She knows deep personal information. So it's interesting they're not saying private things publicly, because I think they, as much as anyone else, have said private things to Bin Bin. And as much as they could reveal what Bin Bin said, they would also have to reveal what they've said. And so I don't think they're all quite happy with that.
Watching and because I can't see the chat because I'm obviously on my phone. She made a point as well.
Sounds like behind the scenes, Bin Bin's got quite a lot of personal private information on all of them.
In her, are you freezing as well, Lady Witch? She's colder than a witch's tit. I've got the fire lit. I've just seen that.
Yeah, when this was live, it would have been freezing because. Oh, do you mean freezing as in cold? I thought you meant freezing up. Like, YouTube lives have been having problems this last few days.
Sorry, both of you, Wiccans. But just for anybody who's listening, And we are not, I can speak for all of us because we've had this conversation between us. We are not trying to make people leave that channel. We're not trying to empire build. We're not doing anything. Everybody is entitled to watch and like and enjoy whoever they like. We have just walked away. So everybody's still going over that. You know, it's
Well, you
not,
haven't just walked away. You're making this fucking thing about it.
we're not going to be saying, oh my God, you're running tittle. It's not like that.
No,
We're
not at all.
enough to know that people have friendship for different reasons, just as I did. I had friendship for a reason that I did, and now that friendship's come to an end. Am I going to be a bastard over it? Absolutely not. I will defend myself, but you know, line down, off we go. You know, and like Wickens things, it stays the foot in it.
I know. Sorry, there's a bit of a lag here time-wise. And the other thing that I wanted to say is, you know, as you were saying there, you know, I don't want anybody to think, oh, we can't be friends with them now.
Yes.
You know, I don't want anybody to think like that. I'm not going to think any less of anybody because they want to stay at a certain channel. That's absolutely fine. I just want you to know.
Really? After everything you've just been saying, I would. I'd think, fuck them. Like, if they want to be in part of that cesspool, they're not coming around my house for tea.
I won't be, you know, and I'd rather not discuss that person if we are chatting on another.
This is again, I know what this is. This is like social conversation where you have to say the right things and you have to pity-patty around the subject, because if you, you know, I'm not saying this and I'm not saying that, but I am saying this. So this is my very narrow thing that I've said. So I can't be said that I've offended somebody by saying this, or I didn't say to leave the channel. I didn't say, you know, like, fucking hell. Like, it's like sort of self-defensive social language by people who are very concerned with what other people are going to say. They did say and said and didn't say, and like, it's just like, just say what you fucking mean. Like, say what you feel.
Or, you know, wherever. I'm delighted.
Stop being diplomatic and political. Like,
see you. I'll always be happy to see you all, and I'll always be happy to chat to you all. But I'd rather just not speak about said creator, if that's okay.
Oh God, I'd rather not speak about it.
And also as well, because I think it's kind of a clearing up the gossip mongering.
It would clear up the gossip mongering if you'd lay everything out on the table. But for a lot of it, you've said you won't talk about it and it's personal. So.
Haven't been any fallouts. There have been no banging matches or fallouts. So away as well. It's literally just been bye. That's it.
And you know what? I don't think I'd be so upset if there was a big fight. I think I'd be just raging and just, you know, the way you would be. You'd be just raging and pulling.
I know.
And now it's just because it was all just so quiet and everything else. I don't know. I really just don't know what to think anymore. I'm just.
Well, I know you're hurt to a recorded phone call, but the thing is, what people need to know is that you and I are such good friends. What that phone call was about.
What people need to know is that you and I are such good friends. Like, we're a team of friends here. Like, you know, we're like, it's just so reminiscent of, like, I'm the only way I'm able to contextualize this in my brain is remembering, and I don't mean to be, no, I won't be offensive about gender then, just groups of kids at school who are, like, you know, in friendship groups, and you know, someone said something about somebody else, and now that so-and-so is not my friend anymore and you're my new friend, and like, have you heard that at lunchtime we're all going to the music room, but don't invite so-and-so because, like, they're not our friend now, and we're going to be, like, you know, a new group of friends with this one, and you know, it just seems ridiculous to me. Big up Stinky Socks. Like, I wouldn't be countenance, like, if you were friends with people who are talking like this, then question your friendship group and just, like, rise above this whole thing and do something better with your life. Like, I can't quite explain it any better than that. Do you know what I mean? Like, what people need to realise is that you and me are really good friends, and the rest of them are not, so special ones.
I'm not going to make it public. I know what it was about. And she said exactly the same thing to me on my phone. You know, it's not. She thought that, you know, recording it was about very personal stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to cause. It's not making me cringe. I don't care.
No, neither do I.
Rang me up in the early hours of the morning and ripped me a new arsehole myself, so it doesn't matter. That's my friend.
See, she's laughing there. It doesn't matter. She's got things on me, but I'd have it public. I don't care. But you're not doing it public. Like, it sounds to me like you're all in the same fucking boat here, and now one of you's covered in piss, and the rest of you don't want to admit that you're all rolling around in piss. oh no, we're not in. We're all rolling in vinegar. Like you're the piss vinegar crew, and like it sounds to me like you two are closing. Like, what did you just say? It's colder than a witch's tit. Basically said, I've done the same sort of stuff on the phone with Bin Bin, but I don't care. It could go public. I don't care. Me, we're just friends, like having a laugh on the phone. Like, I wonder what dark shit they've been talking about on the phones together that Bin Bin has been recording behind the scenes to use on them that they're worried about, basically.
It was about very personal stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to cause. It's not making me cringe. I don't care.
Big ups. I don't know Tuckman's stages of group formation. That's exactly the sort of thing that I would put on the list and say, hey, Steve, can we talk about this week? Because it's kind of come up and I'm just interested in it. Big ups, Bussy Custard. What happened to poor little Bussy when I was a wee lad? I don't know what even that means. Thank you, first time chatter.
Neither do I.
Rang me up in the early hours of the morning and ripped me a new arsehole myself, so it doesn't matter. That's my friend too.
I'm sorry. I still feel bad about that.
You know, I don't want anybody thinking Adele was being a nasty bastard.
All right, no, sorry, Bussy Custard, right? Happened to poor little Bussy when I was... Okay, no, I do know what that means. Do you mean, like, this sort of stuff happened when you were a kid? Gangs of school kids... Sorry, I apologise. I'll pick up on your message a bit better there. Yeah, it could be stuff that happened in the schoolyard. And, like, yeah, I think most of us could remember feeling... Like the best way for us to socially apply our, well, for me anyway, like contextualize what they're doing is, it probably should be Tuckman's stages group formation, but actually it's being in school. Yeah,
she wasn't.
And these are horrible people who deserve their own little fucking friendship group, because I'm not going to be friends with them after I've seen the way they're being friends with each other. That's not friends. That's horrible people who interact with each other because they haven't got any other people to interact with and they don't know how to interact. They're a bunch of bullies who have bullied people for the last 5 years, and now they're bullying each other. And part of the bullying is saying, oh, we're still friends and you're not our friend. Like, effectively bullying Bin Bin, who they think will be listening to this. Like, they don't know how to socialise properly. They're not very nice.
No, as I said, there's nothing that I haven't said to anybody that I certainly wouldn't say to your face.
I know.
You know? It's just, it's not even about that. It's just,
no, I know.
The idea that somebody, a friend, would do that. I just can't get my head around that at all in any way, shape or form. To think, like, I don't know if I'll, you know, obviously I trust you guys, but...
See, she was going to say, I don't know if I trust anyone else. Now, the question you should be asking yourself is, if we're in a social group and this person, the leader of the social group, has been inflicting these norms and behaviours, and now it's just coming to light, and this one that you're sat talking with has said, oh, I've had similar conversations with Bin Bin on the phone, but I'm not worried. You should then question these other people around you and start to say, hang on, wait. First question is, are all my social ties here just as strong as I believed they were with Bin Bin? Because they're not, and you're not. And they're, at the moment, doing the game of politics of grabbing hold of people and saying, you're in my gang so that you can't vote against me. And it's, tenuous is another word I've said twice today, but it's very fragile links, these are. You've been around my house, you're my best friend now. We're close. Like they're literally, like, you can hear in their language the sort of social hierarchy chess game being played about who's official friends with who.
I'm gonna be so...
I have got Val on the brain mainly because I know that Bin Bin has been very, very horrible to her, and this group of people, whether they like it or not, by extension and through tacit approval, have been part of that group being horrible to her. And I don't know as much about Tosha, but they've been horrible to her too. And Helen Schaefer, I don't know that much about. And Martin Dean, I don't know that much about. But they've been horrible to them. So I think it's, if I were them, I'd be, if I was walking away from Bin Bin, then the first thing I would think I need to do is either stand by what I've said in the past about all these other people and say I might be walking away from Bin Bin, but I still fucking hate all this lot. Or saying I'm walking away from Bin Bin and her bollocks, I'm sorry to all of this lot. Because that's your step forward. Like, what they're actually doing is closing ranks and holding on to each other for a life raft and, like, pushing Bin Bin apart and, like, scared for what, you know, like, what's going to come next for Bin Bin. So we're all together on a team and don't you attack us, Bin Bin. But they're not looking outwardly. And again, they've said, I suppose, we're not content creators. We don't care what everyone else thinks. So that they don't have to care. But I'd be thinking more openly and outwardly about, you know, how to move forward. And with me as well, like, we've had a couple of little bits and pieces in our mods team occasionally over time, but they will probably attest to this, that my first choice is probably to say, well, let's just do things publicly then. I'll just show you everything. And like, it's easier for me to think that like public honesty, apologies if necessary, and then moving forward is probably the way forward. And like I say, apologies, like, you know, apologies then extend to whoever you've hurt, don't they? So this one, I would say, I'm surprised that as the group, they are basically sucking each other off and saying, oh no, you're right to be upset. Oh no, I'll give you a cuddle. Are you sad? I'll give you a cuddle. Like, the crying is a technique of the baby of the group. We saw it on Big Brother 1, Big Brother with Jade Goody. Someone assumes the role of, in Big Brother 1 they had it as well, they had more psychology. Someone assumes the baby of the group, don't they? And like, in this, your reaction is to be childlike and cry, so everyone has to give you sympathy. And like, we start off on that setting, that point. But we're all grown-ups here, so like, we're talking about some stuff that some people said in chat to each other, and you know, I don't know about crying over fucking my friend over years on YouTube, Bin my friend, and I'm crying. Like, maybe they feel legit sad about it, but in other ways, I think it's a sort of social position of defense mechanism in a way, because you are now sad, so people cannot attack you, or you cannot have grown-up conversations because you're sad. So
Weary now when I'm speaking to anybody on the phone, if they're bitching about anybody, or I don't mean bitching, but you know, if somebody's had a bit of a thing with somebody and they're just venting, I'm going to be sitting there going, oh my God, I mean, is this being recorded? What's happening here? You know, and I've never in my entire life ever thought like that. But now, yeah, I probably am. I'm probably going to be thinking like that, you know, and I hate that. I hate that she's done that to me.
Right, so Bin recorded all their calls behind the scenes. If I'm going to record someone's calls behind the scenes, I will tell them, I'd like to record this for my own purposes, so I can remember what I've said. I'm not going to publish it. Can I record it? Or I'm going to record this. I intend to publish it. Can I record it? Or if it was like someone that I didn't know and like was bad chuffers like them, I'd probably just record it and just fucking not tell them. And that's on them. Like, I don't think, depending on the format and the situation of the call, I don't think, like, there's etiquette, and then there's watching your back. With people like Bin, if you're naive enough to not realise that she's recording your calls, and you know, you need to watch your back with her. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, for example, if I was to be set up in a video call with Alan, just me and Alan, of course I'm recording that, yeah? And am I telling him and saying, I promise you I'm not going to record it or whatever, like, the fuck, I'm recording it, aren't I? You know, I'm watching my back there. So with people like Bin, like, if you're not doing that, you're a nutter. When I have a chat to Snood about stuff, I don't record that. In fact, when I chat to Steve about stuff, we don't record it. And we often think, that was a really interesting conversation. We could have put that on the internet. But yeah, when I'm doing, I've explained my process. I'm just surprised that these people didn't realise that Bin was recording them the whole time, because she's been recording them the whole time. They must feel really fucked off about that. And again, I'd question each other now. If you're in a group of people who the leader, it's their routine behaviour to do this. Hello?
Well, you know, just it's happened the once, and you live and learn. It doesn't mean that.
No, I know that. I know that, and I'm not talking about us.
No,
you know, us people, but you know, in future, you know, if I have new friends, or you know, whatever, you know, it's just something that's always going to live rent free in the back of your head, and I really don't, you know, it's yeah. Anyway, what can you do? It is what it.
Bin has stolen her innocence. Either she's that naive at whatever grown-up age she is, or Bin has stolen her innocence, you know, and Bin, or she's just like, again, like, manipulating herself into the position of the baby of the group, the naive baby that wasn't doing anything bad but was fooled into it by someone who was more compos mentis, because I didn't realise, you know, like, it's kind of like she's, instead of apologising to the people she's hurt, she's excusing her own behaviour because she was just a naive player in the game. And I think that she either is naive, and that's why Bin liked her, because being naive, she's easy to manipulate, or she's utilising her position as baby of the group and, you know, playing the naivety card there. And like, you know, I'm forever hurt. It's not that, you know, I'm just going to walk away and I'm not going to say anything, but I'm forever scarred. What she's done is stolen my innocence. She's essentially raped my mind and stolen my innocence, so now I can never trust another human being as a friend again. But it's fine. I'm just going to walk away and don't worry about me. And Bin Bin, I'm not even going to say anything bad about, apart from the fact that she raped my mind and stole my childhood innocence, that I can never be friends with anyone else again. But apart from that, it's quite melodramatic, that is.
It is.
Yeah, Greta Thunberg. I've got one for you about Greta Thunberg that Joe Boy sent me. Big ups, Joe Boy. Big ups, Joe Boy. I can't play the thing because I can't get it out of here, but I can let you hear the sound.
Hello, I'm so angry. All the girls are using electronic vibrators with lost off batteries. Why do they not help the planet by using their fist or wooden dildo? Please help the planet and stop using useless batteries. Finger yourself or ask your friends to do it.
That was good. I accidentally showed you my YouTube chat list then, but thankfully it's just a list of names of people who I'm chatting with and the first bit of the chat, so it's not anything bad, so I don't have to go back and delete that. But I was all of a sudden I was very panicked. I did an Alan then, but I won't draw attention to it. And it doesn't matter because it wasn't anything terrible. It was just I'm looking at it now. It's just names of people who I quite rightly am chatting with, and just the first line of the chat there. So everything's fine. Do you want to hear from
Hello,
Greta
I'm so
again?
angry. All the girls are using electronic vibrators with lost off batteries. Why do they not help the planet by using their fist or wooden dildo? Please help the planet and stop using useless batteries. Finger yourself or ask your friends to do it.
Not as wobbly now, and
I've got to fill up the bottle.
Because I should have. I should be working on spreadsheets. I'm like, no, my friend, get up and keep you company for a minute. I'll jump down. I'll listen in the chat and see if anybody else wants to come up. But love you lots of thoughts.
Oh, love you too, sweetie pie.
Thank you for your support, everybody in chat. It's really appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for coming up. I was on one leg there for a second.
I'll jump back in the chat. I'll see you later, darling.
All right, darling. Thanks so much.
No worries.
Bye. I really don't think I'm going to stay on too much longer because honestly, I don't think I have too much more to say. I just feel incredibly let down and hurt, and it's the kind of hurt that goes deep when you've 100% trusted somebody and everything they've said, and and you've fought their battles and you've defended them in every which corner to your detriment. I fought that woman's battles to my detriment. I defended her to my detriment. And so did many others, like Sheila and Kiss, and and it's just such a what? I mean, if somebody had told me 6 months ago that well, maybe I would have believed it, but maybe last year, if somebody had said to me last year, this is what was going to happen, and I wouldn't have believed them, I'd have said, you're fucking out of your mind, you're mad, but no, unfortunately, this is the harsh reality of things, and it's a bitter pill to swallow. It's not nice, but again, I would just like to reiterate, like, Fingal had nothing to do with this, and that, what was it called, that channel, the Nottingham whatever it was called, they had nothing to do with it either. It's just really, it was like all the stars aligned together, and just yeah, it was just really odd how everything came like at once and happened all at the same time. I'm very grateful it did, because I would have been still blind,
Completely innocent and blind.
Yeah. Teddy, stop, please. Yeah, so I'm umming and ahhing a lot. I really don't know what to say. I haven't really...
Good call. Alan's live. This is bollocks. So, yeah. Because we can't skip about in his fucking lives, can we?
Computer.
Can we? Oh, I've missed the start bit. Tramadol! Effects of Tramadol!
Hallucinations, dizziness, drowsiness...
He's been on Tramadol!
Headaches,
wait, this is too good.
Agitation.
And he's got it on YouTube as well. He's watching a YouTube video
Flu-like
again.
symptoms, sore eyes, swelling.
What a prat.
Sores, difficulty swallowing.
Listen, if you're watching this on YouTube because you've just been watching me Bin's friends, like, whatever, fuck them. I don't give too much of a shit. So, sorry to do all the swearing. You be good, my little podcast, you be good. And I'm going to carry on watching this and look out for this as a separate episode.